Hello! Today, or now, I'm doing a reaction to a movie trailer, which I haven't done in a while. Recommended by a man with a special message. The Lady of Heaven trailer has made waves online and people are very excited to see it. Based on the trailer, The Lady of Heaven is a film that is definitely worth your time and attention. We would greatly appreciate it if you would consider seeing the film. After all, the Lady of Heaven production team and everyone who participated to make this film a reality wants to bring this untold story to you. Thank you for your time. And I must point out that I suspect a man with a special message is some kind of bot, because it has this weird underlining of all the comment, and you only have one subscriber and no videos, and they're recommending it on a South Korean pop group, sort of pop, well, vocal group reaction, which is out of place. But I was interested because I've not heard of The Lady of Heaven before, and they claimed that it was making waves online, but I never heard of it. And until today, actually. Yesterday I had not heard of it, but today I did hear of it because I saw online that there was some protests over this movie, and some cinemas in the UK, theatres, have shut down the film due to protests about this movie. So I wish I hadn't seen that, because I didn't know about that yesterday when you recommended me this, and now my vision is tainted. Because when you recommended this, I looked up the thumbnail and it just looked like some Viking guy. I thought it was like some Viking or Greek thing. I don't know. God of War kind of thing. And that's not too far off, actually. Lady of Heaven trailer, epic action movie. Here we go. Don't expect much from this reaction. Hannibal Media.
The world is in shock as a group of
Not heard of either of those.
terrorists has taken control of large areas of Syria and Iraq.
The world can be a cruel and dangerous place. Remember, even if you're afraid, be strong.
Now this is nothing like what I thought from the thumbnail. The thumbnail made it look like it was in some medieval setting, some maybe fantasy setting. Like I said, Viking, because they are definitely a fantasy and were never real. But now this seems modern day and kind of jarring from the thumbnail. It's completely different. So
Your loving mother, Fatima.
Did your mother ever tell you the story of the Lady of Heaven?
She was very special.
Daughter to the Prophet Muhammad.
My time is near. And afterwards, my lovely Fatima, you will face many trials.
With my father no longer here to lead us, evil is with those who will extinguish the light of truth.
You're gonna let a woman tell us what to do? We will burn her out!
God will judge all of you.
well, it definitely does seem epic in scale.
This world has become a breeding ground of violence. Its shadow will be cast across many generations to come.
It said some people are so full of faith. They give strength to everyone around them.
The greatest thing in this life and the hereafter is the spreading of peace in the world.
Lady Fatima's goodness inspired people to stand up.
That was the guy from the thumbnail. He looks like the guy from Clash of Clans, the mobile game who I always see in the commercials. Reminds me of something like that.
People to stand up, no matter what the cost. Her legacy lives on.
The Lady of Heaven. Only in the UK. Why is that? Only in the UK. And it was the UK where they shut it down. But wait, when did it say it came out? Or was coming out? Third, okay, that makes sense, because there were protests just like recently. And they stopped showing it. But this is actually the first time I've heard of this film, Lady of Heaven, so clearly wasn't, I don't think, going to be doing that good anyway, probably. Although, you know, these kind of religious films were, you know, do have a history of causing controversy, but they also have a history of being very popular as well, like the Jesus stories and other biblical stories. You don't see them too much anymore, but I think what I read was people have, well, first of all, you know, a movie is difficult to do because you have to be, well, some people think you don't have to be accurate because it's a movie, but then when you're talking about, well, biopics, like even celebrities like Queen, Elton John, people have problems with those because they change things and they twist things, or don't tell you everything, the whole story. And then when you bring religion into it, and prophets and holy people that people look up to and admire, and in a religious sense, then it creates that extra problem, you know, because you're representing beliefs and religion and what people, you know, live their lives by and are very serious about. So, you know, it's inevitably going to cause controversy because it's just, and I'm not sure if this is supposed to be the Prophet.
Daughter to the Prophet Muhammad.
Prophet Muhammad, because, you know, I know you're not supposed to depict them in, you know, in drawings or movies, actors. I know Jesus has been depicted many times, but the Prophet Muhammad, I can't think of any depiction that I know of in the past. You just never see it. Unless it's controversy about cartoons and Charlie Hebdo, you know. But in a movie, I've never seen it. And I'm guessing that's meant to be him, unless it's just part of the trailer tricking people, possibly. But yeah, it does seem like an interesting watch. It does seem like it's well made, but this is interesting, going from like the present to however many years ago that was. Was it 1400 or 1600? Or am I way off? 1400. Well, this looks completely fake, by the way. This looks like an animated, probably is animated. But what I was saying was, going from there to the past, I don't think I've seen that in a movie either before. Even though weirdly that's an idea that I thought about, but not related to this. I'm not sure what it was related to, but I did have the idea showing stuff not that long ago, but like World War II era, and then showing maybe like a time travel kind of story where people from that era come to this present era and how they would react to things today and perceive things today, and stuff like that. And also another idea about a biopic, and it goes back into like Native American times when it was mostly Native American or when the wars were going on, and then then fast forwarding to like the 50s, 60s, 70s, into like the I'm not explaining this well, but like well-known person and showing their history. And but yeah, that's completely off. Anyway, it looks definitely what's the word, adventurous, and definitely have some kind of vision here. These seem to be angels, I'm guessing. Definitely look like angels, how they're portrayed usually. So seems like there's a lot of layers to this, and I probably won't watch it because I barely go to the cinema anyway, unless it's Marvel movies. So, but still, I don't know. Controversial film, and I'm just interested in what the purpose is. I guess the overall, what the vision actually is, what the parallels are they're trying to show, and what specific problems people have with this idea, and whether they've even seen the film yet, or whether they've made their judgments based on things they've heard about the film, that they know about the film. Let me know if you've seen the film and what it's about, how the past and the present correlate, because I don't think I know much about this, about the lady that they're referring to, the prophet's daughter. I don't think I know a great deal, so it's not, these stories aren't portrayed in movies and things like that. I guess you'd have to read about them, and reading's gone out of fashion a bit. So if you know anything, let me know. What would you rate this film if you've seen it? Are you protesting this film, or are you enjoying this film? Or both? Maybe a bit of both. Let me know, and give me more suggestions below, and give this a thumbs up if you liked it.